Hi, Ben with Lakeview Painting here. We're at customer's house and we're going to be painting their kitchen cabinets. Cabinets themselves are in oak wood and they're in pretty good shape. Customer just wants to give it a different look and update the look of their kitchen. So we're going to be painting them a nice white color. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with taking the doors and drawers out and take all the hardware off and set them in a work area and get them prepped and start priming them. So first thing you do is, you can see here, we took the first door off and we're going to take that and carry it over to our work area. Okay, here we are in our setup work area. We've got all our doors and most of our drawers in here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to start prepping the doors. First thing we're going to do is sand them all, give them a good scuff sanding. And then after that, we'll vacuum all the dust off of them. Then wipe them down with a liquid deglosser to get rid of any sheen that's left. And then before we prime them, we're going to wipe them all down with a tack rag. Okay, now we're going to use our liquid deglosser to wipe down all the doors and drawers. It'll clean any remaining dust off the surface before using the tack rags, which will really get the little specks off. And then the main thing it does is it gets rid of any of the sheen that's left on the cabinets, and it also removes any kind of grease, or we had some adhesive from some tape marks on some of the doors, so it'll take all of that off. And it's pretty nasty stuff, so make sure you wear your respirator and some heavy-duty gloves. Oh, hi. Well, now we're just putting the first coat of primer on here. We're using Kilz Original. We find that it's got nice stain blocking abilities, good bonding abilities, and we'll get this first coat on, let them dry, flip them over, do the other side, and again, you know, this is an oil-based paint, so make sure you're wearing your respirator. Okay, here we are painting all of the frames of the cabinets. We went through the same prep process, sanded them, vacuumed them, liquid deglossed them, and wiped them with a tack cloth. And now we're just putting the first coat of the Kilz primer on these. Okay, here we are doing the last step for the first day. We've got all the doors flipped over so we could do the face of them. We wiped them all down with a tack rag to get any remaining dust off of them, and we're just going to brush on that first coat of the Kilz primer. We actually like to brush it on. These are oak doors, oak cabinets, and the grain is fairly heavy on them, so we find that actually brushing the primer into the grain works it in significantly better than spraying something like this. Okay, we're back here, day 2, back on the job, painting the cabinets, and what we're starting right now is we're just sanding both sides of the doors with a real fine grit sandpaper. We're using a 220 grit, and we'll get them sanded, and then vacuum all of them, and wipe them all with a tack cloth again, and start putting the first coat of the finish paint on. All right, we're about getting ready to put the first finish coat of paint on. We like to use Sherwin-Williams Pro Classic. It's a water-based paint. It's in a semi-gloss finish. We use this on cabinets. We also use it on doors and woodwork throughout a house if someone has painted woodwork. It's a really nice paint. It's durable, dries to a nice hard finish. It also goes on really nice, dries really smooth, almost looks like an oil-based paint, lays out, levels out really nice. So we're going to get started on the backs and let them dry and then flip them over and do the fronts. Okay, same process out here with all of the cabinet frames themselves. We just got done sanding all the surfaces, just a light sand, just smooths them out. And yesterday, before we left, we caulked all of the joints where the wood meets. We did along where the ceiling meets the cabinets, just to tighten everything up and give it a nice, clean, finished look. So right now we're going to vacuum all of them and then wipe them down with the tack cloth and then put the first finish coat on these. Alright, we're all wrapped up for the second day of our cabinet painting. We have the first coat of the finish paint on all surfaces, both sides, and we're going to let them dry overnight. We'll come back tomorrow morning and give them another light sanding and then tack them off again with the tack cloth and give them their final coat of paint. They're going to come out great. Okay, here we are back. It's day 3. And we're going to go through the same type of prep process. This time we're just going to give them a real light sanding, and then we're going to vacuum them, wipe them down with the tack cloth again, and start giving them the final finish coat of paint. Okay, we're back here. It's day 4. Going to finish up the cabinets today. Right now we're going to be putting the clear coat on. First thing we do, come in, wipe them all down with the tack cloth again just to get any little dust or any kind of little pieces of anything off of them. Put the clear coat on, let them dry, and then we'll put all the doors back on, put the drawers in. They're going to look great. Alright, here we are. Got our cabinets all finished up. Just finished putting the hinges back on and hanging the doors, putting the drawers back in. Got the walls painted. Customer wanted a nice gold yellow color, and that should do it. They came out really nice, and it's a big update from the old stained oak cabinets.